Committee. The committee put their heads together and they start their own thing.
Hey y'all, it's Izzy Harrison and you're tapping in with the committee.
What's up, guys? This is Azari Stevens and you're tapping in with the committee.
Some people ain't gonna like it, and some people will.
Good evening, winners and others, but mostly winners. We've reached the end game.
We really made it through the season. We're here.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
That's weird. Okay.
Android acted up.
Shut up.
Just asking.
Just saying. Shut up.
No, it's just,
All right. Go to hell. Where are the rest of the adults? Hi, Lo.
Hey.
We're champions, man.
That parade was incredible.
Oh, we're gonna get into it. We're waiting for everybody else. Where is B? Tyler, go. Wait.
Yeah, hold on. Please hold. Let me go tag Mr. Terrell. Hey, his play got a 10 out of 10.
Woo-wee. Ain't nobody doing it like him.
I mean, brought a plate to the parade. Everyone else got canes except KB.
Hey, look, closed mouths don't get fed. Literally, figuratively.
Canes is nasty.
Oops.
Lo, don't do that. And not because I think you're wrong.
Said that?
Listen.
No.
Let me explain.
I'm sorry to go here, Tyler, but you liking canes doesn't surprise me.
Listen, I have a reason.
Tyler, can you even eat their food?
They're one of the places I can eat because I have to get naked strips there. So my food ain't even breaded. But
They already naked. That shit tastes like paper. That tastes like paper. I know we joke around and stuff, but I genuinely do not understand how people think that canes is good.
I just go there for the sweet tea, to be honest.
And honestly, Lo is a chicken tender connoisseur.
Yeah,
so
I am.
Now what's naked now? What?
Oh,
B, did you get my reminder or did you show up?
Why does it matter?
I was just asking.
Yeah, the only
B,
reason why I go to
plate.
Cane's is because the sauce. The chicken has to be fresh, or it's not good. The
Yeah.
meat is better at Cane's. The fries is better at Zaxby's.
I was gonna
beef
say
don't
because
taste like nothing, B.
if the sauce is thin, then that sounds like
Zaxby's
better.
Zaxby's.
Zaxby's is better.
If you have to have sauce with the chicken, then the chicken isn't good.
Zaxby's.
Because if that's the case, then you just like the sauce.
And just eat the damn sauce. Get your
Well, it all
sauce,
tastes good when you got a ring to go beside it.
Oh, what?
Well, B, tell us about the plate. Break down the plate for us. I see you got a 10 out of 10.
Oh, well, first I started out with a sweet sriracha sauce, and then it was decadent. I grabbed a half slab of ribs, and I massaged that meat gently. And I had some dry rub seasonings. I used brown sugar. I used chili pepper. I used minced garlic, and infuse that in there between the crevices and all the cracks. I used salt, pepper, and a little bit of honey. I allowed that to marinate for about 45 minutes. And then what I did, because I didn't have time to actually bake them, I put them in the air fryer, zapped that bad boy right quick, let it get a nice crusty crust. And then I made some ciabatta.
Some Shabbat? Hallelujah. What?
So what I did was I took some meat from your finest pig, sliced it finely. I allow it to render that fat, and then I took the green beans and sauteed them, added a little bit of chicken broth, a little bit of, once again, pepper, a little salt, a little onion powder. I allow those beans to marinate, keep them just crispy, and then I took some scallions, some shallots, and some garlic and some oil, and I allow those to ferment and put it in a pan with some rice, added some chicken broth in there, and allow all of those seasonings and spices to mend together. And there we had a nice half slab of ribs, sazon fresh rice, and some green beans. And KB said, "It is well with my soul." Where is the bread?
Ain't had no bread.
So you heard all of that and still talk. See, this is why you can't get. This is why cooking for men don't work. Cause god dang. Where's the bread? Ooh.
All I'm gonna say is she was full. My plate allowed her to not be hungover on that stage. Thank you very much.
Wow. A hero.
Yes. I should have gave Becky one.
Right, she the one. Becky. I'm sure we're gonna get into it, but Becky was the MVP of the parade.
Yes. So let's back up because there was another game since our last spaces. Game 4.
How did we get here?
AKA.
Damn, that feels like so long ago now.
Right. It's only been like a week.
Man.
Are embarrassing. They should be embarrassed from that performance. KP and what KP said, I know the girlies wanted to take it out of context, but what she meant was in times that the going got tough, they fall apart because it's not that flat out they don't care about each other, but they just not us. They haven't been through the trenches together. They haven't been through the things that we've been through together. So not that they don't care about each other completely, but they're not just us. And when it gets hard, they're gonna fold. They're not going to play together. They're going to result in individual basketball. And goddamn if that's not exactly what they did. And that's how they lost that damn game. Because if we're going to call a spade, the Liberty, on paper, they should have beat them. Right? But they didn't.
Especially in that game, yeah.
You know why? Because when the going got tough, they folded. They didn't play together. They didn't know how to gel and pick it up and win the game. So as much as people hate what KP said, she ain't lying. And it showed in the game. And that's just what it was. I do feel like the Liberty should be embarrassed. And it's not like no shade or nothing like that, but they shouldn't have lost that game. And that's why they're trying to shift our focus because that's embarrassing.
No, yeah, because that team was just thrown together. So it's like, think about the aces. Asia been there since she was drafted. Plum, Jackie. Like, they done lost to Phoenix that one year, then came right back. So it's like, she spoke facts.
And I mean, teams, it's more than just like X's and O's and talent on paper. Like these are teams that are going to war with each other over and over. And the amount of games that you play together as a team, and especially a team like the Aces that has been able to keep their core together for so long at this point now, it has won and lost together. They've done it all. That's the type of stuff that builds teams and prepares you for those moments when adversity strikes the way that it did with the injuries to the rest of the team. They're able to overcome that because of what they've built together within that organization. So I don't see a problem with what KP said. I think New York just hasn't had those moments yet where they had to band together. And if this is a team that sticks together, New York, I mean, there's kind of some question marks about like within free agency and everything, but that's the type of stuff that can help build for the future from a New York perspective. But they just haven't had those experiences as a team that Vegas has.
And as the resident hater, let me just say, even if KP did mean they don't like each other, who cares? Like, if she had called them, like, oh, they're a bunch of Trump supporters over there, and it's like, whoa, what did we do to deserve that? Like, then it's like, all right, you calling out my character on some stuff you may not know, but, like, y'all's chemistry is mid. Ooh. Like, oh my God, please, grow up. The only thing that I can say is, like, when Stewie got in that press conference and was like, this feeling's a little foreign because I ain't done this much, I was like, flex. That's what I'm talking about. Pivot.
That's a hell of a pivot. That's a hell of a pivot.
Yeah. Like, let's move with that. But everybody just started crying. And anyway, but enough loser talk. Let's get into some stats because this was a great season for this super team. I'm talking about the Aces. I'm going to call them a super team. I don't care. Let's talk about why they were the greatest. Yana, do you have some? I ain't mean to put you on the spot.
Hope you got your notes ready, Yana.
I was like, God damn, what? I didn't know I needed to be ready for this. I thought we were gonna be talking about 3 for 17 and shit. You talking about
we can do that.
Stats and stuff?
Well, no. Whatever stats you got, because I would like to highlight what the champions did well first before we drag.
Let's talk about the defense. 3 of 17.
I mean, they were this season the best offensive team this season and the best defensive team based on like offensive and defensive ratings. I know like there's some history about how great their offense has been and their margin of wins and stuff like that, but I honestly don't know it off the top of my head, but I know it's up there with the great teams like the Houston Comets and stuff. So they just all around had like an amazing season offensively, and like credit to them defensively too. Like I think with how great their offense has been, sometimes people ignore how well their defense has played. And I know coming into the series, Lo mentioned that it's going to be the defense that wins for these teams. Like offense is offense, but they're going to have to defend. And credit to Vegas, like they defended their ass off. I don't just think that New York struggled offensively in some of those games. I just really think Vegas put their hard hat on and got to work defensively. Like KP was a little gnat out there defending Sloot. And then you had Jackie, who's defending her ass off. Alicia Clark, my goodness, I can't. I've never seen someone lock Stewie down the way Alicia Clark locked her down. Like that was insane to watch. So credit to Vegas overall.
Can we talk further about that defense? Because coming into Game 4, I thought they were just gonna start tickling folk. Because the way they was talking, like, oh yeah, we never seen this strategy before. But what did y'all see defensively to get the closeout in Game 4?
Grit. I mean, it wasn't. I don't think it was.
It was giving by any means necessary. Like,
It felt like they had
like if
vibes.
you gotta
Team
switch,
effort.
you switch. If you
Yeah.
there were moments like where Jackie got caught on JJ. Like this was like there were things I ain't see the entire series that I saw, and I think it was just grit and want. Like there was a time where Jackie got stuck on JJ and they tried to lob that thing into JJ, and Jackie probably
That
jumped the highest
throw.
she jumped all series to tip that ball away. Like they were, it was like a by any means necessary. If we're going to struggle to score because we know we've lost some offensive power with Chelsea, we're going to make sure that you're having the toughest night possible when it comes to scoring.
Tyler, you had your hand
Yeah,
up?
I was kind of almost along those same lines. I think for me, like, kind of going back to the question before, like the grander scheme of the season, I felt like everybody was so prideful in their individual roles and what those roles meant to the team as a whole. Because you have several players that, you got stars on this team. Like they got the super team tag for a reason, but they're all doing what they're supposed to do to make this a successful team. Because they could easily go out there, try and get theirs and everything. But I think that especially showed on the defensive side and how we saw players like Alicia Clark deserves so much credit, not only for that Game 4, but just the entire season. Like seeing her role change, like Kia Stokes as well, like seeing her go from like being a starter when Candace goes down, the ability for this team to understand their individual roles and how it plays into the grander scheme of a team and a great team at that, and taking pride in those roles feels like the biggest thing that makes this team. Because on paper, obviously, this team's incredible, but if they don't go out there and do what they're being asked to do, it don't work. And every player has mastered their role so incredibly well on this Aces team that led them to the season that they had.
And then the golden clipboard was still clipboarding.
You're damn right it was.
The clipboard is still blessed.
It is.
The clipboard is still
And you
favored.
know what? And it's like it's hard to talk hoops for real because people just get so sensitive about things. But I just want everybody to know when I'm saying this, I'm talking strictly hoops. JJ should be embarrassed. The fact that I can pinpoint exactly her disposition, the faces that she's gonna make. Can y'all hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
It was
she
like you
how
back.
she does, like the fact that she went out there and laid a fucking egg, excuse me, I'm so sorry, 6 points when you had Asia and Kayla George. That's embarrassing. Like JJ has got to do better. And I know she said in her press conference, whether she's going through stuff or not, I hope she figures that out. I hope she's okay. But she said, some days, I just didn't even want to be in the gym. Hell yeah, we could tell. It's very obvious the way that you come in so up and down. We don't know who's gonna show up. Like she has to. It's really like she just don't want to hoop. Like I'm good at it. I'm big as hell, but hooping not really my thing. Like if JJ is gonna hoop, she needs to decide that she's gonna hoop to try to figure it out to get it together. Because her going out there and scoring 6 points, that's not acceptable. And I know, like at the end, all of them are saying, "Well, we did have a good season." Yeah, I hear you, but that's awful. I just want us to call a spade a spade. Like JJ has got to do better. That is embarrassing. That you literally, especially in contrast to how well you were just doing. Come on, JJ. Like,
And let me just. I'm
I just
sorry.
don't know. Like, I don't know. Oh my God.
And
Yeah,
let
it's
me
been up
just
and down for years.
say, I do hope whatever is going on,
Yeah. Agree.
she gets through that. But I still don't want to hear that, because when the Aces was talking about how their adversity, people were downplaying it, people were dismissing it, people were saying like it was self-inflicted, so they ain't had no sympathy. So I'm kind of like, keep that same energy.
Yeah.
You was out on the court, do what you
True.
need to do, and she didn't.
She did.
And the fact that this has been like a pattern, because Reba has been ranting about that for how long?
Years.
Forever. Like forever.
And then you like very accurately mapped out the 6-step
every time.
divest from the face to the flailing of the arms.
The
Like
head tilt.
Yeah, it got
Yeah.
bad. And that's kind of, we kept
And I
asking it, like,
think what really kind of took JJ out of her game was like Asia. Asia was phenomenal
girl.
on the defensive side, and not just the defensive side. Like a lot of ways that JJ got her buckets in the series has simply just been rebounding. Rebound, go back up, because she's so much bigger than everybody. Asia made it her mission to get every dang rebound possible. And if not, she was boxing JJ out damn near by the free throw line. Like, she made sure somebody else was going to get the board, and it was not JJ. Like, Asia was locked in on the defensive side, probably way more locked in than I've seen her this entire series, especially when, like, it's like she knew that it was on her shoulders. And even before she got going offensively in the third quarter, she was already where she needed to be defensively.
Hey, she said all she needed was her hair to get done.
There's power in the hair, man.
It is.
Who can relate?
I can't.
And on top of that, because like I posted a clip earlier and I was clowning, and I'm still clowning, but like I didn't realize how many blown layups New York missed. Like, it was bad. They getting right to the cup and was just flinging that hoe. And I was like, are y'all okay? So there were times when it looked like the moment was a little too big and they were unsettled. And
Exactly
that's
what they was doing, Shawnee.
What?
What they was doing?
Flinging that hoe.
1-800 fling that hoe.
I was like, it shouldn't be a boom on a finger roll. What are you doing? But that's why I kept saying, like, who is the leader on this team and who's going to settle them in those moments when things get shaky? Because if you got, like, if Naj is your actual leader and this is her first finals, like, who does she look to when she gets unsettled?
And
You know?
but look at them when they all got unsettled. What they did was they started falling on the floor, looking for a call each time, and crying and complaining. Like, you don't do that. Like, especially when you're supposed to have the advantage the entire game.
Hey, bro, that girl really threw up on the sideline.
Like, yo, that game, shit, like, went through the motions. Like, Vegas was up, then they were down. It's like, damn, are they gonna pull through? Came back, then the back and forth in the fourth quarter. I was just like, what the hell?
I just felt like if they could keep it close, I just really felt like Asia would will them to a win. Like, I was like, if Vegas can just keep it close, I just think
Listen,
Asia's
it was a
going to do what
team
you need to do.
effort, bro. Kayla George, I was like, I tweeted, I was like, yo, she playing real good. After that, I checked my timeline. Everybody like, oh my God, stop shooting. The halftime, she came back in ready to
But
play.
I feel like I know
That made me delete my
I
tweet.
know everybody was frustrated at her shooting, but I felt like she had to take the shots. She was wide.
No,
She
yeah,
was
for
wide
sure.
open. She had to and shit.
Yeah,
They
for
was
I
just
sure.
trying to
feel like
win.
if
That girl
she
don't care about the percentage. We trying to win. I'm gonna shoot this hole. Y'all get the rebound.
Right.
I hit him eventually. Let me get my flow, and that's what she did.
Nah, yeah,
And
for
that's
sure.
what the girl did, and I ain't mad at it.
It
Like
took
one of them gonna
look.
go
It took a
down at
little
one
time.
point.
No, yeah, it took a little
And she
time, but
made
it was
some really clutch ones. Like when it
for
felt like
sure.
New York was going on a run, she'd make a three that got them back into single digits. So
And
she
she was playing
made a
some good
few clutch
defense.
ones.
She was
She
playing some
has
good
some
and
nice
defense. She
defensive
got a couple of
moments as well.
steals. Mm-hmm.
because and that was the thing. Like after the dust settled and the adrenaline was kind of lowered, I was like, if she had been playing within like the minutes she was supposed to be and not like 35, this probably wouldn't have been as frustrating to watch. But her number was called and she scored the same amount as the reigning MVP. So you can't ask for much more.
And
Which
shot
brings
good.
us to an interesting discussion we've been having. Bench or no bench? Do we have a bench? Do we not have a bench? Do we have the depth? Like,
Yo,
that's in the discussion, right?
it's
Ain't no
so
more
funny
discussion.
because
The bench,
it's so funny because
that's all that
literally
matters.
it's like, what you gonna say now? Like, ain't no more excuses. Like, when all those players went out, every fan was like, oh damn, like it's New York's time. Like they were
Yo,
so sure.
that's so crazy because it wasn't even just Chelsea, which we saw. Kia just randomly shows up in a boot, and we're like, what?
Yeah, everybody was so
She ain't
confused.
know
Like, what the
either. It
hell
sounded
happened?
like.
Yeah, she said she woke up in pain.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn.
I ain't gonna lie, when I saw that tweet that was like Chelsea Gray and Kia Stokes are out for game 4, my heart like literally just dropped. Like I was just
Nah,
like,
yeah,
what?
I was like, what the fuck?
Because in my head, I already started, like, once I got past Chelsea Gray being out, I was like, all right. So this what the lineup probably gonna look like. Here we go. Like, all right,
Y'all was
just
game
gotta
planning
win one.
with the
We good. Like,
curveball.
I'm like, all right, Alicia Clark gonna step in. We still solid. It's all good. And then when I see that tweet, I was like, oh my goodness, what?
Nah,
Like,
yeah.
hold
Yeah,
on.
because I was like, worst case scenario, I trust us at home. I trust Becky to know. Like, I trust it. I just didn't have high expectations for game 4.
Nah, listen, it's so
And look at
crazy
my
because
team.
before the final started, I said Aces and 4. I didn't know how it was gonna happen, but hey, that shit happened. Aces and 4.
Here
Now,
we
Rashard
go.
was consistent. No, Rashard was consistent. Even when we were trying to like introduce logic to situations, Rashard was like, no, F
I
them.
was
And
like,
then no, no,
I
no,
I
did
no.
not
said
want,
what I said.
yo,
Aces and 4.
I did not want that shit to go back to Vegas.
Introduce
I'm like
logic.
Aces
I
and
would
4.
say all I gotta say is we can't afford for Asia not to have her hair done on their game 3 next year.
It was the
We need
apology.
the hairstylist, the braider on the Amtrak as soon as they land. 'Cause, yeah, we can't afford that next year. We need the suite.
No, it was the apology.
Craig, you
Like,
at the
sorry,
Super?
y'all.
Craig,
I'm
you at the
cooking. My
Super
bad. I'm
today?
cooking.
That's the first time it ain't been me cooking on the station. Everybody looking around like, who meat? I was
Yo, my,
waiting for B to be coming off mute. I thought it was gonna be him. I don't like. Never mind. Okay.
yeah.
Which makes it all the more embarrassing. You was at home. You couldn't protect home court. Like, and I'm sorry that people feel this way. Well, I'm not sorry. I don't really care. But like, there were so many elements that they should be embarrassed by.
Wait, cause
Ellie was pissed. Ellie
one
was over
thing,
there. That trunk was down pissed.
She deserved better. She
she
would have
wasn't
been
shaking
finals
that thing
if
no
New York
more.
had won. She would have been finals MVP. But
Nah,
I guess
but
we'll never know.
listen, credit to Sid Colson. Like, she had limited minutes because of the foul trouble, but she came and brought that heat in the game. Like she was everywhere.
Bloody lip and all.
I
love the fouls. I ain't
feel
even gonna
that
lie.
shit.
I loved all the fouls because
No, I
like
felt like
it was
some of
one of
those fouls
those
were
like.
BS on the ref, but like
But I feel
she
like the
was in the
fouls were
game when it
like
counted.
the fouls were one of those things like I'm here, you know, like letting
Mm-hmm.
Sabrina know like I'm here and you gonna feel
I
me
got
every time I'm
Yeah,
in this game. You gonna
I
feel
love the
me.
energy. Yeah, Sabrina was just complaining like,
Wow.
get handles up, like you dribbling so damn high.
So
But
let me also say something. As a hater, as a fan, as a human, I don't want to hear about no mysterious injuries, no illnesses. I don't want to hear it. I'm so sorry. My goat showed up to a parade with a mysterious cast. Like my team looked like wounded warriors on that stage. They were limping, they were hobbling, some were wheeling each other on up the ramp. But they did it. They got the job done, and y'all did not. So please don't. Oh well, she was and she no. Were you on that court? All right. That's it.
oh man, because like Asia been hurt for how long, and she felt like she had to keep quiet about it
I think it was
because she already knew how people were going to react if she would have been like, "Oh yeah, I'm dealing with an injury." Like,
Which once again goes back into how certain teams get to have the benefit of the doubt. Certain teams get to have the protection, and people will jump up and down to make sure everybody has full context and understanding and empathy for some, but others not so much. So I'm gonna just say I don't want to hear it.
and at the beginning of the game when Jackie went down, I was like, "Oh come on!" But somebody on the broadcast was like, Becky said when Jackie goes down, she stays down for a little bit. She's never worried. Like she just need a little moment to catch herself. And I was like, "All right, cool."
That's fine because that gave me enough time to talk to God. I was
Yeah,
like,
I
God,
was like, yo, I was like, "All right,
like
cool."
I
She gonna hop back
listen.
up.
As soon as it happened, I was like, all right, God, now hold on, bro.
Like,
It ain't supposed to go like this, man.
nah, yeah, I'm like, come on now, nah, another one.
I was like, I'm pro player, but sister, please, sister. Oh my god. I need that Wolverine self-healing. But like, yeah.
That's crazy. Like
Salute
basically
played
3
well though.
starters are out.
Like for New York, at least, I felt like this was her first big game
Her
for
big
them.
game. And it
And she
didn't matter.
still
She could have
airballed
did
that
that when everybody else was on.
Wait, who played well? You said?
Sloop.
came on
Oh,
Slew hands. I knew that shit wasn't going in. I said, "Oh, bitch."
Shay, what you
I
say?
don't know about this.
please.
She shot that shit in Brooklyn and faded to Long Island. I said, "Yeah, that shit."
And the funny thing
Yo,
about that
Shay's
is,
on time, bro.
like, I saw people circulating the clip of the last shot, and they was like, Sabrina airballed it, and I was like, just the one time her being the only person they know is not working in her favor. It's definitely Sloop.
Credit to Vegas though. That was like really, really, really good defense.
Mm-hmm.
And it started with Sid defending the out of bounds play. Her timely jump kind of made Stewie kind of bobble the pass. Alicia Clark, phenomenal. Jackie coming to trap when Stewie, because I felt like Stewie didn't think the trap was coming because it was such a late trap. So perfect timing on that. And then everybody just ran around to recover. Like it was really, really, really good defense.
It was.
No, yeah, that was a great game.
They defense the whole game was good. They had goddamn Jackie was out there looking like Jalen Ramsey and shit. I'm like, are they playing tug of war? Like, what's going on back there? They back there in man zone press coverage.
It was
they
all
made
the
that shit
players
work
saying they don't
too.
know what the hell that shit was. They just learned that like the day before. I was like, nah.
Yeah, the quote from Becky being like, "Listen, we don't know what we're doing," which means they don't know what we're doing. I was like, "Oh hell, I don't know what we about to
Hey, that
see
shit
in this
worked.
game."
That
clipboard
you driving your
needs to be
18-wheeler?
framed. Whatever she drew up in Squiggle All game, they need to clip and frame that bitch.
Put that in the Hall of Fame. Basketball Hall of Fame that.
And that last play though, like Vegas's last offensive play, although Asia missed it, good recovery from New
I
York. I
fouled.
think it was like 3 people that like blocked the shot. Although I think Asia probably could have just gone up instead of taking that dribble. But
Yes.
amazing pass from Kayla George. Like because honestly, when she threw the ball in the air, I was like, oh boy, oh gosh. And then when Asia caught it, I said, yes. And then when she got to the rim, I was like, ooh. And then she got a shit block, and I was like,
Hey,
okay.
one of my
There's a
favorite
lot of
quotes in the
emotions going on, but it was a really good play. It was a really good
one
drawn
of
play.
my favorite quotes during the game was after halftime when they was questioning Kayla George, and it was like she was like, "I've been doing this for 17 years." I was like, "Yeah, own that shit." Like she came right back, shot that shit, and made it.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
I don't know. She was wilding with the pill in the first half, though. I was like, God damn, bro.
Hey,
We
man.
were on playback like, girl, please stop.
Listen, credit to her. She had another graduate of the Dallas Wayne University.
It's just funny because she shoot with her whole body. So when she was putting that hoe up, I was like, God damn, bro.
Yeah, sometimes it's a little too strong. That shit was hitting the opposite side of the rim, but
At least she hadn't hit the back, hit the side. Wait, did she?
wait, wasn't that the last shot of the game? That shit hit the side. It didn't even hit the rim, right?
Wait, because
Ooh,
she was
flute one?
like baseline.
On
She
New
shot
York for New
baseline,
York.
right? Oh, New York. Oh, okay.
I'm asking about New York. That
I
shit
No,
mean,
hit the
Kayla
rim,
had
right?
one from the corner that went like all the way away from the basket too. Like I was just like, God. But she made
I
the
think
ones
Flutie
that
shot.
mattered. She made
Yeah, she
enough.
made the
Flutie
ones
shot
that
She
that shit
made
mattered.
in
enough.
JJ's hand, I think.
We outpaced her, so that's when you make targets, and that's all that matters. But yeah, so shout out to the Liberty crowd for apparently booing during the presentation.
Yeah,
Shout out
they
to
did.
Jackie for having that stank face while presenting the
The
trophy.
fact that they stayed there.
Hey, it's like, in the NFL games when like the players will stand down and watch the confetti fall. That's how all the fans were. They were getting flicks off.
Well,
Watch
They
the
shit.
coming
When
confetti.
back
last time
next
they had a
year.
basketball championship in New York, they like, damn, we got to see this motherfucker. We ain't seen one of these before. Shit, I'm gonna stick around. Who get the trophy? How do it work? Do they wheel it out?
Remember the newspaper the next day? What was the headline?
City of losers or something like
It
that.
said the city who
Or
never
like,
wins or something.
Yeah,
yeah,
something like I'm like, damn.
yeah. On the front page of like a major newspaper, it was tough.
It's funny as fuck too, because the Liberty wasn't even the front page. They was just the headline at the fucking top.
My Alexa was petty that next morning too. Let me see if I can find that picture.
Yeah, that performance by them was just very,
It wasn't very super team
it was
like.
embarrassing to me, like for them.
Nah, I agree. Like everything was set up for you to win that game 4 and go, on the road and see what happens. Like everything's pretty much on your side at this one. And then even then, like Asia got 2 early fouls, and then they stopped going at her, and I think Asia didn't get her 3rd foul until like 3rd quarter or something like that. Like everything was literally set up for them to come out with the dub, and they still didn't do it.
It, it's
Showdown.
it's still the JJ gonna eat coats up for me. She didn't even eat who was on the
Did
court.
not.
And then Asia went to the bench, so they got even smaller.
And she did not eat.
Exactly. Like why you
Baby
compare?
was starving,
They had
malnourished.
It was really that. I can't believe you going to compare a former MVP to somebody who's not even playing that much on the
Either
team.
this game was just.
But there's an MVP right across from her on the damn court.
This game was just so just a iconic game for Asia. Like I said, walking somebody trap with 2 MVPs, you down to 2 starters and then come out with a dub. Like I love this for Asia because she's a back-to-back champ. This is something they can't take away from her. She in the record book. She did that because we know how the girlies get. So I'm just so happy for her because I'm not gonna lie. When I saw them injuries, my feelings was really hurt. Like my feelings was genuinely hurt because I felt like she didn't deserve that. I felt like it just didn't need to go that way. So I'm just happy for her and her teammates that they found a way to pull out a win, especially with all the adversity. And I'm gonna say adversity, and I said what I said that they had to face this season. They deserved it. They did their thing, especially how it seemed like the world completely turned on them. Calling them everything but a child of God, calling them thieves, calling them this, calling them that. I ain't like that. So I'm glad that they came out with a dub, and I'm glad they talking that shit too. And it ain't nothing you could do about it. Win next time to shut them up. Until then, shut up. You got next.
As they should.
It's really that simple. Just if you don't want them to talk and do their victory lap, win. Like it's this isn't it's like come
You
on
had
now.
the advantage.
Like it's that simple. That goes for any championship ever.
You
Win.
had
If you don't
12
And
want
then
them
my
to
bodies in
thing
talk,
But
order.
see,
And
look,
then
what?
that's why I don't care what
what
anybody say. Oh, I always say everything starts off zip zip.
what who in real life is gonna listen to some they stay graceful during the season. They sat, they listen, they let you talk shit, they let you do this, they let you do that about some shit that you think you know something about that maybe you don't. So what did you think was gonna happen at the end of the season? And it's just and I hate like I'm sorry. All of this about to be classy, to be this, like I just want everybody to be for real because
It's
when
sports. Like, come
when
on.
when I sat in New York myself and watch that team, the girls on the team, and watch the team account July 27th this, July 27th this. That was fine. That was hee hee ha ha. That
Mm-hmm.
wasn't classless. When I watch y'all quote unquote accidentally retweet or like a tweet about some stuff, that wasn't, you know what I mean? Like that wasn't an issue. So I don't like the
Mm-hmm.
picking and choosing. That's why I don't ever police what nobody do because it's gonna be a time and there's gonna be somebody that I like and I think it's funny. So everybody just sit back and let people do them. Like, stop, stop, stop. It was funny, and then they told me arguing with players was toxic. They told me coming players coming in your mentions and stuff. That's fun. That's funny. Ha ha he he. Whatever. When Sabrina said, "Cause it's cute" for an issue that was, I mean, of course, the subject matter, I guess, kind of was her, but what B was saying was legitimate. It had, it wasn't shady. It wasn't any of that. Her coming in his mentions was funny, but now it's not so funny anymore. Like, just shut up or just get off the app. Do something, but
Now she
but y'all
hating.
can't police how people celebrate and how people like it just don't work like that. Like,
Well, they're trying to get a win somewhere. So like they didn't want them to win to begin with. So now we're gonna try and ruin your fun and try and
But they
dictate
not
how
even
you
good at that
can.
because you niggas
That's
not
the
funny.
problem.
It's
Y'all
they're
not
just
Exactly.
funny
they're just
neither.
adding
So
Like,
like
creative
now,
to
goddamn.
it, really.
double
Like
homicide.
They are
now they
horrible.
getting
Comedy
cooked
Lab,
too.
where the writers' room at? Like, let's go. Shit.
They still on strike.
God
Oh my
damn,
god.
bro. And like I agree with Lo, like y'all acting real weird. If bitches linked up to jump you and you still won, you gonna talk your shit, bro.
No,
That's
Like,
because
I don't know
it
why
exactly
wasn't.
how
y'all
to
act.
put it.
Hey,
I
look,
don't
it's
know why
not
y'all
just
acting
two
so weird.
MVPs. It's the
we've
two
been talking about
MVPs he dropped last year in
we've been,
succession.
we've been talking about this in the chat, but I don't even feel like Vegas going hard enough, if you ask me. Well, how much people been dogging them all season? When I tell you, I already told y'all I would have bought me a pair of Sabrina shoes. I would have put that shit on a little stick like a pinata and walk around letting people whack it throughout the
Like, yeah, these
entire
them
that
shoes.
entire parade. I would have just let people whack it. Like they honestly, they're being way
Wait, what
nicer.
color? You
If
was
you
gonna get the
ask
green
me,
color?
I
Yeah,
probably would
because
make I'm gonna make a Vegas colorway. To be honest, I'll make a Vegas colorway.
the only person that's really going back and forth with some of these fans is Sid. Everybody else is really just,
But her going back and
Okay, did you?
forth is also people coming in her mentions. Like to
No, yeah, that's
me,
what I mean. And
don't
I'm loving her responses.
and like this idea of I hate it on all scales, whether it's the WNBA, NBA, artists, actresses, whatever. Don't go in somebody mentions or at them and then be mad when they respond to you and be like, "You're too big for that. Why are you
And you a
stooping to
grown
my
ass lady,
level?
a
You
man.
right here.
You're in my mentions and you're being disrespectful in my mentions." And so, yes, if I feel like responding, I'm going to respond. You don't get to tell me what I can respond to. If you don't want me to respond, don't
I
at
just know
me.
the girlies told me that was toxic to do all of that, but now I see.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just confused.
Well, it's
I just know the girls are some cowards. Cause how you
Listen,
gonna
all
lock
it
your
took was an
account once they
L.
come? Yeah, they pull your card and now you want to lock accounts. Now you want to you deleting tweets. Like they ran you off your block.
All
Don't
it
talk.
took, all it took was an L, and all them true
Mhm.
colors showed.
and it all goes back to Lowe's favorite word. It really does. If the last year in women's basketball hasn't told you anything between the reaction to LSU winning and now the Aces, and how it's all like the reaction is all just like an attempt to keep black women humbled and quote classy. It's all intersectionality. It's all those favorite words.
What they
If you
told you,
can,
Tyler?
huh?
What they told you?
Oh,
They call yeah.
And that was what I was gonna say, because like that's your point, but they wanna try and dunk on you. Well, Kelsey Plum said this, and she's
Yeah,
white. First
and
of all,
that's
she's
not
Puerto
first.
Rican. Let's get it right.
And also in my tweet, because I tweeted that out, I said LSU and the Aces. I know reading comprehension can be tough, but
Say
KP
that
was
again.
said in there. But ultimately, if you see that tweet about the racial disparity of the coverage and everything, and you think, well, KP, it's time to look in the mirror, because how is that what you're taking from this? It's. I mean, we know what it is, but it's frustrating, and it all goes back to that every single time.
That's what I'm saying. Don't be surprised, y'all. Not y'all, because I know y'all know. But when we see the same type of dynamic play into college season between the top teams,
Let them defend their own.
I'm not,
Mm-hmm.
because you know how I am, and y'all know I'm riding for Angel. So
Oh, okay. The parade.
Hey, we got to talk about ban for ban Becky Hammond, because she when she pulled the money out at the end, that was hilarious. But she was on 35 that entire parade. I need to know. I need boots on the ground to figure out what was in her cup, because we had I don't think a single person imagined that Becky was going to be the one going crazy like that, and it was incredible.
it wasn't even her for me. It was Nikki Fargas. She
Hey,
came
she set
through
the
yeah,
tone.
deflating.
Nikki surprised the hell
She
out of
set the
me.
She came through
tone.
deflating.
Onika Fargas.
She set the tone right off the jump.
Becky just had me laughing because she like popped back up and another thing. Like it was just like
What?
it was like she just popped back up and grabbed the mic and be like, actually, I'm not done. I wanna
What's
say
that
this
GIF
real
that
quick.
Shawnee like? That be like, oh, the video would be like, actually, I'm coming back because now I'm a little bothered. That's what she was like.
I was gonna let it go.
That's what she was like.
Becky's coming. Becky's coming. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, she warned us.
Look, I'm an old ass bitch. I was like, okay. All right.
That caught me so off guard when she said that. I was dying.
And it's so funny because you watch that clip and you look at Nikki and Natalie's face, and I was like, y'all started this cipher. She just said, I'm gonna finish it.
And then Chelsea probably talked the
He
longest
was snapping.
I've ever heard Chelsea talk, to be honest. And I was like, oh wow, she's going there. Okay. Heck yeah, let's do it.
Was she the only one the name dropped? I think.
Yeah.
I
I
think so.
think so. Yeah.
Yes. Others alluded to it. She like
Right.
that
Yeah.
going in.
Yeah. Right.
What is she gonna do? She's not gonna fight you.
Yeah.
Call the cops.
Oh,
Well.
It was Becky saying at the press conference that they was gonna keep the
Yeah.
vulgar language to a minimum,
them babies
and she
got
go up there,
drunk.
yeah, I'm an old bitch.
They got lit, and then it all just fell apart.
That was Hennessy.
Good. I'm glad that they got to have that fun.
Same.
That was amazing. And if you are a loser, if you look at that and you're like, man, this isn't fun, you're lame.
Or you just
I
never
love that.
won anything, like Lo
Right.
said.
Well.
I love that they let everybody talk. I feel like that's the first championship parade where I saw every person was given a microphone to say some shit. Like I don't think I've ever seen that before. It's usually like the stars and the coach.
It was Jackie for me. Them nails and that shirt. She said I don't got to say nothing else. And period.
Jackie is hilarious because her shirt didn't, like me and Tyler was saying, like her shirt didn't just say I'm quiet. She said I'm silent. I don't be
Not a
making no
peep,
noise.
not a syllable, barely a breath. But I got these rings.
Were you silent or silenced?
Oh man, everybody got to get their bars off. Sid went twice. Sid Hey, Sid was gonna make them feel her. And I'm with it. Just a good time all the way around. And good luck to Mark Davis. He's got it. Pay them fines.
Also, I don't take Becky saying 3 for 17. I didn't take that, me personally, as a shot at Stewie. I think, shit, the girl just shot 3 for 17, so it is what it is. But to me, because she said it to Alicia and not Asia, it was more so like, Alicia, you did that shit. Like, you ate it up. Period.
Yeah, I
But I
completely agree
feel
with
like,
that.
once again, people just looking for a reason to be offended. And I said this on the W Spaces the other day, but I'm going to say it now, too. I feel like Stewie did not have a quote unquote great season, this and that. And I know I always do the 1A, 1B, but the reason that Stewie looked so damn bad this season is because Asia looked so damn good. If normally we don't really have a lot to compare Stewie to because she's that girl. For the last 3 years, Asia been putting her head down, she been working and she been coming. I remember last season I was like, ooh, Asia looked like a cheat code. This season I'm like, oh shit, like Asia is really her. This season, Asia is A. Asia took over. Asia got in front of her, and that's part of the reason that Stewie has looked not as good. It's Asia. That's why. Like, I'm honestly, she might need some rest. Cause she did look a little uncharacteristic at times. She looks like she kind of falling away from contact as much. Like she might need to, take a little break for a little while. But I already know she's going overseas. I don't know, but yeah, Asia got her. That's part of the reason that she hasn't looked as good as she has been. And I just want to acknowledge that because it's not just, oh, she's just not playing that great. It's no, Asia has just been doing a damn good job. And y'all need to put some respect on Asia's name. Because it's hard to look good when you're going 3 for 17 and your competition are the only person on your level shooting at 60, 70%. Period.
And I'm gonna just say this since you brought up efficiency. And I'm never gonna stop talking about the MVP race because I full heartedly believe that Asia was robbed. And I've been screaming efficiency, efficiency, efficiency the entire MVP race. And everyone's argument was, oh, well, Stewie just takes the tougher shots because she shoots threes, and all Asia does is take shots in the paint and blah blah blah. Even though we all know that's not true because those shots in the paint, yes, they're in the paint, but they're defended by two people sometimes three. Sometimes she got to do a little footwork to get the shot that she want. Like it's not just a simple layup or a simple jump shot to get what she get. Like Asia this season has been doing what she doing at an efficient clip, taking less shots, still dominating, just making shit happen. And I think we saw it play out in the series how important efficiency was and how important it is that when your jump shot's not falling, you need to be able to get to the rim and get a bucket, which is something Asia can do when she needs to do it. And people try to play Asia all the time and be like, she just get her points in the paint and she don't shoot threes. Well, baby, sometimes when them threes ain't falling, if you can't get into the paint and get a simple shot, then what can you do?
Also,
And we saw that in this series with Stewie when her shot was falling, Stewie could not get to the rim. Alicia Clark wouldn't let her get to the rim. She couldn't get those easy buckets. She had to keep settling for jump shots and she couldn't find a way to get going. When Asia's shot's not falling, Asia takes it to the rim every single time. And she gonna get a bucket or she gonna get fouled. And to me, that says a lot about how great of a player she is.
all right. Also, if everybody in the league know I'm going to the basket and I'm not gonna shoot threes, You know, your coach know, your bench players know, you know, the two of y'all that's gonna come over here and try to trap me know, and I'm still getting my shot off. What does that mean? I'm that girl, correct? Period.
Period.
Thank you. Enough said.
Shay, go ahead.
To Lowe's point, like we give Stewie her credit for real, contrary to popular belief. But the part about Stewie game that really frustrated me watching her was the blatant foul hunting that she started to do a lot this season, where it's like she really looked like Harden or Embiid out there, just blatantly throwing up
Mm-hmm.
shit so she can get a foul call, and the refs was not bailing her ass out, which I appreciate. But like that shit coming into her game really bothered me because I'm like, bro,
You
you the
that girl,
MVP.
Stewie.
Go out there and score the fucking rock. Fuck is you
And
doing?
she's that girl, so why are you doing that? But I will say,
Like,
not even in her defense, they had been calling that this season. So now I get to the 7th day and you're not gonna call it, I'll be pissed. So I'm not saying she right or nothing, of course. But they have been making those calls for her all season. So now I'm here and you're not gonna call it? Yeah, I'm mad. I gotta ask you. Like, that's crazy.
I kind of attribute that to culture as well, because she didn't really start doing that shit until she saw Sabrina as doing that shit. Then Jaquel started doing that shit. Then Bernard started doing that shit.
Remember she flung Lexi out what, the first game of the season?
Shit.
Oh, you talking about Stewie?
Yeah, Lexi Hall. She threw that
Mm,
girl down.
I ain't forget about that. I
Yeah,
was like,
that was so unnecessary. Like, it's Lexi Hole, relax.
this.
I
Damn.
do think she needs to rest a little bit,
Yeah.
but she's gonna, like, we all know Stewie. Stewie's a hooper. She gonna come back next season. She's gonna play well. She's gonna do what she do. It was just a
Mm,
really, really
they gonna
tough
vote
end
her.
of season for her.
They gonna vote her as the preseason
I was
MVP.
just about to
But
say
my
it,
thing is
Rashard.
that can they surround Breonna Stewart with the same amount of talent that they did this year, next year?
I
not
mean,
at guard, hell no.
Not the
it's
Olsen
I
twins.
think they've re-signed or extended everyone, like all their starters but JJ and Stewie. Those are the main, and they said they're gonna core Stewie. So
Yeah.
it's really just what's gonna happen with JJ. But
and Sleep, right?
Sloot's on contract for next year. Sabrina got extended for next year. Lainey got
Mm-hmm.
extended for next year, and I want to say Thornton got extended as well. Those are the main ones that I know are on contract for next year. So it's really just JJ. Is JJ coming back? Do they have enough money for her? Stuff like that.
They need to work on working KT into their system more. That would be an instant, in my opinion.
That
Yeah.
would
That would be an
help.
instant help. Working KT in their system a little
Mm-hmm.
more. And you know
We
what's
just have
funny?
to
I
In
start.
got
my
something else
opinion,
to
she
say.
was their
I
Alicia
got something
Clark.
else to say. It was a Crown Liberty page or one of them pages at the very beginning of the season when we was talking about Bree and people was shitting on Bree, and that was fine, remember, but now classy. But anywho, that's not even the point I'm trying to make. And they tried to be funny and said, ooh, we would have been better if we had this person right here. And it was Bree Bill. Joke's on you, motherfucker. Because you know what? You could have used the Bree Bill a lot this season. It would have helped you tremendously because you didn't need nobody to get a bucket. You needed somebody to slide that and play
Right.
defense. So it was funny, laughing, hee hee ha ha then, but you definitely could have used her. Joke's on you.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of teams.
A lot.
Boy, I would have been conflicted.
And you're like, this is not supposed to be happening right
You're
now.
right. Like, uh-oh.
Like, go breed liberties.
Right. Bree and no one else.
And
I
one more
don't
thing,
know. I think New York
Sabrina
should
ain't got
swap.
Wait,
no.
what you
Oh, you
say?
throw shade. My bad.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I think New York should try to. I know the streets love Marine, but I think you got to swap her for somebody who gonna
Got
scrap.
to.
Marine ain't gonna be there.
She not. I don't
She
think she
going to
playing.
France.
Like I would, if Chicago not gonna use Dana, I would be on the line.
That
Yeah,
would make sense.
Marine ain't gonna be there. I don't think. She sounded ready to go in that.
She about to be right with Gabby.
Wait, to that
Yeah, I don't
point
think.
though,
Marine
did
Marine
did
gonna be
I
over
don't
there
know
with
if I
us
read
next
it
week.
into it too much, but JJ's comment like about not wanting to like. Did it seem like she wanted to participate, or am
No,
I reading
it's
that
no. I
wrong?
ain't gonna lie. Her comments confused me a lot. First of all, they were they're contradictory in a sense. And two, it's like, do you want to hoop? Do you want to be here? It's like you're telling us.
It sounds like she
It's
didn't
like
want
on
to be
one
at New
breath you
York.
telling us you love it here, your teammates are great, but in the other breath you're like, I ain't really want to come to the gym. I don't know if I'm coming back. It was just very.
Oh
And
my
then your
god.
teammates are talking about how they're not going to let you leave without talking to you. Like, why do you have to convince someone to stay if they really love it
That's
there?
what's weird.
Yeah, Beatty.
And that's why, to me, you
So
feel some type of
I'm
way about
confused.
KP comments the most because did she read you for fifth a little bit?
Probably did.
Mm-hmm.
And well,
But she was the main one.
even
But
Jonathan
but my
Coach.
thing is that isn't this the same person that was begging in the offseason
A
for
trade.
people to follow her to track her?
Yep.
And look,
That was
she got
asking
that
for the
attention with
attention.
that team.
Barely, because remember her introductory press conference? That's when Stewie started letting off some emoji tweets, and everybody like flocked to it. And I was like, setting a dangerous precedent.
Well, she could stay in Connecticut.
Oh, so Liberty got fined 25 bands for being pouty. People
Right
didn't
after,
show up to what?
that's it. Right after somebody was running their mouth. But yeah, continue.
Oh Lord.
Some people weren't available after, for media availability, so they got fined. Sabrina, Laney, and somebody brought up a point. And they was like, if I was Laney and JJ, I'd skip out too. Like, you're not gonna make me the face of the most embarrassing loss. And I was like, you know what? I'll pay 2 bands to do that too. Get someone else to do it. But folk was like, y'all literally just saw her throw up,
You
so
know,
Sabrina,
nobody could go get her
yo,
mouthwash from the bodega so she could go ahead and do this interview.
Right? She
Sabrina
checked back
got
into the game.
I
she
throw
Hello?
got
up at a
no
party all the
mamba
time and
in
went
her
right back
at
to dancing.
all. Like they try to force this Kobe connection so bad, and she don't got that in her.
At
Like
all.
I don't, and
What's
I'm
that
not a
Kobe gif
listen,
when he's
I'm
looking
not a
like
Diana
soft?
fan. Listen, I'm not a DT fan, but when it comes to the finals, she could have a broken pinky, broken toe.
My
She gonna
issue
play.
is that Sabrina
Wait,
ain't
we're
even
going
been
to the
given the
plug-in phase.
opportunity to have that Mamba whatever. So
He
how are
never
we
give her a
even?
nickname
But I'm saying like she ain't even got to that point yet. So how we? How
ever.
did we? How do
They
we
just forced it.
give it to her?
Because she
B,
was a
it's the gift
babysitter.
with Kobe leaving with his daughters at halftime. That's the one.
Like, I
Cause
am
after Bean see
disgusted.
her throw up, he'd have got the hell up out that bitch. Come on, girls, we ain't doing this.
Mm. Because what was that, bruh?
A
And
new
then
hero immediately.
the complaints with the injuries, like, come on, I can't be comparing her. Not the same Kobe who done played through so many broken hands, fingers, got back up after he tore his
Say
Achilles. Like,
fingers
come on,
again.
fingers.
it can't be.
Fingers.
It can't be the
Fingers.
same.
Fingers.
Hey,
Can't be the same
y'all know what
Kobe.
I thought was interesting? You remember the other day when y'all were having that conversation about media and not with Benaja? They don't put Benaja up. This, that, and the third.
Oh, when people completely
Okay.
misread the point.
And they said one of them said back to y'all, well, Benaja is shy. She doesn't typically like the quote unquote the spotlight. She doesn't talk this much. She kind of made that point. Well, the interesting thing about that is even if that's true, how much do we hear Courtney Vandersloot say, Breonna Stewart say, or Sabrina say? All of those women get they can be quiet and they can be silent and still be on every graphic. But Naja, on the other
Mm-hmm.
hand, because she's a black woman, she needs to be boisterous. She needs, which is fine if she is. Let me say now, that's not an issue. She needs to be boisterous. She needs to be loud. She needs to have this huge personality for people to respect her, so she can kind of be like the comedic relief or you know what I mean? And that to me,
Mm-hmm.
like, I didn't want to get in y'all argument because I don't be having the time, and I don't be even trying to go there because I already know how I get. But that did not help in a sense. That almost made it worse because it's like that's not an issue for the other three women. Like none of them, Courtney Vandersloot, Breonna Stewart, Sabrina, or JJ, none of them have really big personalities. They don't say much, but it works for
And
those
the
three,
thing,
and it doesn't work for the other two.
I
Hey,
just
we just found out
the
JJ
thing,
can somewhat sing.
I just feel like
No, she
next
can't.
time I need people to mind business because I was having a conversation with my goat and
Who is
I
that
was telling
laughing
her
like
don't
that?
go to a
That's me because I
I need people to mind their business because I was letting her know, don't go to a team that ain't gonna respect you. Not saying the team disrespected
Wait a
Laney.
minute. Hold on. You said I just
Sure.
now put it together when you said you're GOAT. Like now, come on, Shar.
You're
Now,
talking about
Shar.
What?
Shar.
Are you
I was
talking
like,
about
because
Skylar?
when you said it,
You
I was
Yes,
like,
talking
found a
about
way to bring
Skylar.
Skylar into.
I was like, what Asia got to do with this? Or I didn't.
I know you
But
lying.
yeah, like just like next
Okay,
time
girl.
it's A and B and leave it at that.
Okay, so the issue I was having is I've been a Benaja fan for a couple years. Like I remember when we was campaigning for her to be most improved. I remember when we had the campaign get Benaja to the All-Star game. So it's like it's not like we just started paying attention to her.
Right.
And I remember like, the marketing contracts came up. And I was like, yeah, because when Michaela and Dee Dee were on the team, the three of them were everywhere at every premiere, at every opening, at like all the little cool stuff downtown. Like they were being promoted. So now for you to tell me like she's in the graphic, she gets this, and I'm like, well, first off, that graphic's of a loss. So I don't want to hear that. But like, yes, I can't remember the exact date and time of these graphics that you're asking me to recall, but like I know the general sense of what's going on. Like we've seen her everywhere, and you're telling me that now Good Morning America couldn't, like she didn't want to do Good Morning America? Like that, I don't know. Everything
And
sounds strange.
yeah, but even if she didn't, like they completely missed our points. Like when
it don't even.
I said
Go ahead,
major
Sharp.
media outlets, not New York Liberty.
Either way, she got more. You mean highlight hype last year? You mean without the super teams than she
Exactly
did this year?
compared to this
So what?
year.
Nah, what pissed me off was the GQ cover. How you got a GQ cover and the one person who put that shit on in New York ain't on the damn GQ
On the
cover?
market, no, the person that's on the marketing contract that y'all are talking about is not
Sabrina
in
on there with goddamn gauchos, wide leg pants, and a jersey tucked in, and Naj couldn't get on that shit.
That was my
We
point
used to
exactly.
praise
because
Like,
that
dance
was
and
also my
gauchos like
question.
that and a leotard.
Like, do
Hey, what's the name of that little monkey with
Wait,
the little
what?
banana? The little
huh?
Hey
monkey.
George.
No, it's a clothing brand.
oh,
Oh,
David
Paul
A.
Frank. Wait, what's he talking about?
I don't know. They used to wear it with the gachos and the flip flops.
Oh, oh,
It's
the
like a
little
brown
pink,
and
like the
pink.
baseball tees, the
Yeah,
pink
pink and
shirt,
brown.
Oh,
Yeah.
and the sleeves used to be like a darker pink, the little trim around the sleeves.
Yep.
yep.
Y'all are terrible.
What in
But
Oh,
yeah,
I
in
missed
a
the
limited
argument.
too?
It's Benaja Hive. It's Benaja Hive on this side, but I just want y'all to know y'all ain't got to carry water for no organization, bro.
And
You
that was
ain't you
another
ain't got
thing.
to do it.
and it's like we've been fans of Benaja. I was waiting for her to get out of Connecticut back then.
Yeah, so it's like I don't know, man.
Like that's when Lexi was still in Connecticut. Like all of a sudden she come to New York and everybody know Benaja.
She's 300 pounds. Sorry.
What about when she was in Atlanta?
I still just had the question of like who is booking the interviews? Because how did Slam Magazine get all five, but Good Morning America couldn't? But and she on there singing and you know doing whatever for Slam, but you're telling me now she's shy and demure and couldn't get on Good Morning America. Like, all right, if that's what y'all are trying to tell us, okay. But nah, niggas said, I mean, folks said, not our liberty.
But I mean, anyway, Sabrina ain't got that mamba in her. I wish they leave that alone. Do not bring that shit
Sorry.
into the next season.
How
No,
is that
Hold
the
on, let him cook. Wait, hold on.
I was
just like don't bring
Let
that
him
shit
bring it home.
into the
Back
next
in.
season. You got her as the cover star, and she ain't put that shit on when it mattered. Like I'm just so confused.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, now folks want to make, because I listened to the question And Buddy was grilling her about that hip injury. I was like, yo, calm down. But I still would have been like, I don't have it. What do you mean? Like, if there's no excuses, it's no excuses. KP got in there with the broken finger, and Chelsea was like, say no. And she was like, no. And we moved on.
Wait, KP had a broken finger?
You remember when they asked her about it?
Wow.
That's the point, I think.
Chelsea was like, just say no. She was like, no.
Wow.
Asia did like
Char was looking at Nikki Links when that went out. He was on Ball
trying to spam.
He was sending when the new drops were coming in the chat.
Oh, y'all see
all
this?
the barbs
album coming out. Y'all see this cover?
Y'all heard that freestyle? Did y'all hear that freestyle?
No.
It's okay. I got y'all in the chat right now.
Oh, we don't click the links. You're wasting space. Please.
Right.
Somebody gonna click
Elon
it.
put
Y'all,
your DM
listen, I already know how y'all do. Y'all ain't gonna admit it to me, but one of y'all gonna click that link and listen to it.
It's gonna be Shay, but that's not the
it's
point.
Gonna be Shay,
the
Tyler,
majority does not want to hear it.
It's gonna be Jazz low key. I don't know. It's gonna be Jazz.
Oh shit, y'all like it's gonna be me.
It's gonna be Craig too. He on mute. It's gonna be Craig.
I'm gonna say it's trash, but I'm gonna click it to make sure.
See what did I say? This is your fault enabling this behavior, please. I forgot what did you say before this? Oh yeah, KP's fingers. She said no. So that's what I'm saying. And Asia, we watched her get hurt. Like JJ tried to knock her head off. And she got on here and said, no, I wasn't concussed. She shot 2 for 14. She ain't never did that before. But she did it after she got her head knocked out. We saw the little cartoon stars, the little birdie tweeting around her head. But to bring it to the voice,
had me, and she had, like, I was on here like my dog, the bells are whistling up there right now. Shit, and like she got knocked in her head just for her to come on here and be like, I am not concussed. I just had a bad game. I was like, Asia, girl.
Okay. And I get, but that's Mamba mentality. Like, I ain't making no excuses. I'm gonna own it. I'm gonna stand in it. And folk got in that press conference basically asking her to defend her place in the league. Because how could you shoot 2 for 14 and be a professional athlete? Ugh. Go to China. Like, ooh. And I'm just kind of like, so now we can't say 3 for 17 when this isn't the first time she's gone 3 for 17.
Rashard, stop sending that shit in the chat.
Shard is spamming Nikki links in the chat right now.
That was for Shay.
Tagging me is crazy.
Spamming.
Don't implicate me in
Shay.
your shit,
You are spamming Nikki links in the chat.
She said, don't tag me. Shit.
You just said you had your pink cargos on, so this is your fault.
Okay, Shay, put your pink headphones in and listen.
I'm tired of that. So I'm just saying, like, what was someone with broken fingers, hurt wrist, like, but no adversity, right? Anyway, I just want everybody to understand something. We're champions until next October. So anything said, and before they take, someone else's crown champion, you're just gonna have to deal with it.
And that's assuming there's not a 3-peat.
If there's a 3-peat, I already told y'all in the chat, I'm getting on stage. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out. I need a mic slot. I want to come like right before KB, or maybe right after her. Like, I need a mic slot. I'm sorry.
They just gonna think you part of the bench mob.
Aces show their ass. Kathy
Brandon gonna be on that stage with all his plates.
The Rico papers coming.
It was funny to me because it's such a stark contrast of what they try to show us that the W is every day. It was like the exact opposite.
The Aces bring the culture.
Kathy was looking up YSL. How can I get them indicted?
KPYSL, definitely.
Y'all saw her. She tried to pour that shot in that man's mouth.
That shit was dog. I was crying.
That might be.
I was crying.
Because the lady next to him like pushed the bottle away, and then he like wipes his lip. He's like disgusted. KB almost waterboarded that man.
That man was trying to go on live, and she was like, "Yes." What?
He just wanted a selfie. He was leaning back for it.
She said that head is 45 degrees.
Perfect boat driving. KB, please. Oh, goodness. I conducted a poll on my page and what was in Becky's Stanley tumbler. A lot of people said moonshine, and honestly, I could see it.
She said she's an old ass bitch.
Yeah, and she's from South Dakota, so it's a possibility. We'll get to the bottom of that mystery one day. But overall,
do they still make bull?
Oh, I don't know what that is.
You don't know what bull is? It's like a malt liquor or something.
No, we don't know. Sorry.
In the same family as Colt 45 and stuff. Dang, I'm that old.
Yeah.
Damn.
Why?
I heard a wrinkle because I watched Good Times a couple times.
I'm gonna get a picture of bull and send it to the group. Right by that pink.
Right. I mean, and that's something that would be welcome. We can all learn from that. For sure.
Schlitz malt liquor.
Honestly, that's the most lit parade. Parade I've seen out of any sport, because you don't even with the men. The men get drunk and do stupid stuff too.
Yeah.
But like ours was targeted. I like it. Last year it was just like pure joy chaos. This year it was like targeted chaos. Like we got some stuff to get on our chest.
They were partying with a purpose this year, whereas last year was like just pure joy of everything. Like they had receipts this year.
And everybody was like, "Oh, why is your parade about us?" Well, first of all, this is the only time Liberty and Parade are going to be in the same sentence. So, like, you should probably be thankful they're bringing you up. This is as close as you're going to get. Second, the first one was all about us. The second one, we can multitask. So, yeah, we're barring you up. Third, the game was last week, so everybody keeps saying, like, why are y'all still talking about this? Mind you, y'all was saying that, like, the next morning. Why are y'all still talking about us? Game was last night. Y'all stunk last night. That stench is still in the air. So that's why I said we will be champions until October. Next October. So buckle up. Into college news. I put it on the Summer Jam screen. The Associated Press preseason pick. Oh wait, did anybody have anything else to say on the Aces or the W season? Like we're gonna get back to it with the news, but no, Rashard, never mind. Anyway, preseason.
just go.
Yeah. Caitlin Clark was unanimous pick. Angel Reese got 35 out of 36 votes, I believe.
Yep.
Raggedy as hell.
It's crazy to me.
Now she got the Asia treatment.
I was about to say, it feels like I've heard this one before.
It's really just if you black.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Just saying, it's somebody in the. Just saying. Same person that voted. You mean, or didn't vote her? Probably the same person that voted Asia the fourth. But hey.
Because even if you could say Angel need to work on this, Angel need to work on that, at the very end of the day, she got to be one last year without it. The girl still cool. I just feel like for her not to be unanimous All-American, that's just that it's just silly to me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I don't know the argument for it.
Yeah, I don't get it.
The thing is, that's not what them awards are about anyway.
Well, what do you mean?
Like, even if she do got some things to work on, if she put up the same numbers that
right.
Yeah,
exactly.
So it's like, even if she can't shoot a damn three, that don't mean she going not put up freaking 30 and damn 20 a few games.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand why she wouldn't be unanimous or whoever had that vote. That's hater shit to me. But whatever.
That's like my kid coming for all the National Player of the Year awards. We own it.
It's gonna be hilarious. Not hilarious because they don't deserve it, but it's really gonna be very interesting to see how the media turns on LSU because it's inevitable.
It's a whole different season.
It's coming.
It's inevitable.
Listen, they already got. You know what's so?
And you know their favorite back. So
you know what's you know what's so funny, Lo?
What?
Like with Angel, they could do that, right? Like, oh, she got this and this and this to work on. Like question marks here, question marks there. But UConn, oh, they number 2, but we still questionable about if they want to be able to have everybody on the court throughout the season.
Or somebody coming back from injury.
So why keep them at number 2 if you so damn questionable about them?
I don't know. I think they deserve to be number 2, but with the questions around Angel, like I said,
Wait, I
she
think she.
absolutely does. Can you hear me? She absolutely,
I hear you now.
she absolutely does have a lot of stuff to work on, but so do a lot of other people. Like the people that y'all cheer for every day can't play no damn defense. Let's talk about that.
I was just
exactly.
Caitlin's unanimous and really just plays
don't
one
play
side
a
of the
lick
ball,
of defense.
Which is fine. Like that's the reality of it, and it's okay to address the reality while also being able to give that vote. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't get it.
I too am curious to see how, like, you called it before W season, and it's probably gonna run it back, for college.
Yep.
The way the media handles LSU. So my thing is, how is Mulkey gonna handle that now being cast in this? Like, she's cool being the villain, but like, I don't know. It's a different type of villain when it's because of racism.
She don't care. She used to that shit.
I guess, but it's also kind of like I wonder
different.
how their fans are going to respond to this and that's why I hesitated earlier. It's no shade to Angel, but like, I'm not there as a person yet to be able to be like, yeah, I'm gung ho for this after everybody done yelled at us every time we stood up for what we felt was right, and everybody got upset. So I'm kind of like, all right, fend for your own, have fun. I'll be here in 6th place watching my team because we're gonna have fun this year.
Shit, 8th if you want to go by that little ESPN ranking that dropped today.
And I don't.
Well, goddamn.
Well, I know for me personally, it's gonna just because y'all know how I am. I can't. That shit gonna piss me off.
It is.
I ain't gonna be able to be quiet. That shit gonna piss me off.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting because now they've, like, last year it was like, oh, keep sleeping on us, basically was the theme for them the entire year, and like that's what they were getting out. Like, but now it's a completely different season. It's a completely, like, I'm interested in seeing how the coverage evolves with HVL there now. Like, it's gonna be interesting. Like, I think the turn is unfortunately kind of bound to happen.
Well,
okay, here's the thing. It's already starting.
I feel like the turn is going to happen during SEC play because that conference is so damn.
Nah, because it's already started.
No, that's not what's gonna happen. It's gonna be this. What's gonna happen? Wow. So I mean, this what's gonna happen. LSU is playing the cupcakes right until SEC season. UConn, on the other hand, has their tougher half of the season, and the Big East is decent, but the UConn, on the other hand, plays tougher games early because they kind of have to balance it out in their non-con. So I think it's going to happen before SEC play because it's going to be, well, they need to be ranked this because Blake playing harder teams. It's going to get ugly quicker than that. For sure.
Oh, I was talking about the coverage issues. I feel like it's already starting because we're seeing how Haley Van Lith is being treated versus Anissa. And then we're seeing how the fans are like, why are you worrying about what we're doing? And I'm kind of like, y'all the defending champ. Like, please act like you've been here before. Please.
You know what's new.
Anissa gonna hoop. Anissa finna do her damn thing.
Yeah, buddy.
And I feel like she's gonna almost be like the litmus almost for like the coverage of it because she's gonna do her thing. And I'm gonna be interested in seeing how people respond to that. If they respond, which would be an indictment in its own right if they don't.
But the thing is, we've been riding for her for how long? Like, we was watching Big East matchups to see her. So it's like,
do y'all peep the emphasis that they put on her when they say guard now?
What you mean?
She says guard.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Just peep.
Oh, okay. Let me go check that roster that they got.
I think that's a good move for her though.
Yeah.
I think so too.
If they are
I think
putting her at the
alongside with
guard
Caleb Williams, I think
Because in the W, it's gonna have to play a different position. She ain't playing no 5.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I mean, she's only a junior, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this junior year.
That's crazy.
I feel like they call Angel a big guard too as well. So even though they say that, I'm interested to see how it transpires.
With what handle?
Who called Angel a big guard?
That's what she always say, big
He
guard, and
he
then I
calls
see
it
her.
he
Always
calls
says
it
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
She
bring
been saying that
all
since
that.
high school.
wait,
Yeah.
they have her listed. They got Morrow listed as a guard on the roster.
Yeah, no, it's been a real big emphasis on her. You mean having the ball in her
Well,
hands?
I think she could definitely adjust to do it. I don't think that's an issue.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
I
she
think that's
did say
probably the
in
right
that
decision.
podcast with Haley Jones that she was home working on her guard skills.
I
So
would like to see some assist numbers. I mean that's
You know
probably
what? That
part of
girl
it.
good. That girl can hoop.
wait,
Yeah.
that
And she's
game is
already a
being
volume
streamed.
scorer, so
I think on Thursday. I think their game is going to be streamed on um SEC Plus
who
or
they
what
playing? Us?
some whack.
Like Western Texas.
But I mean, they'll give you a little preview.
This girl
This
say
is
us.
hilarious.
Rashard about to be guarding Nisa.
But
Yeah.
to see, I think LSU tweeted it out that it's gonna be
Yeah,
live.
it's some Texas team that I've never
Oh yeah,
heard.
East Texas Baptist.
OC Tech.
E2BU. Yep, I got an offer from their football offer. D2.
Yeah, it's at 7 p.m. Central Time. So
Well, also, AP preseason. You frying fish.
I'm sorry, I'm cleaning up.
Because I keep muting your mic and you keep
My bad.
coming.
Multiple people.
Oh, and I'm excited to see that other girl in LSU, Janae Kent. She a freshman.
For what? What you excited to see?
Oh, I thought.
Why?
She's a big guard. She said people think she a forward and people.
You more excited to see her over Michaela Williams and
I
Anissa
didn't say.
Morrow?
Hey, see, listen. I
Like
ain't
she's
say.
at the bottom. She not even gonna get no playing time, Rashard. I'm
Damn,
just
Craig.
helping.
I can't be
I'm just
excited.
helping. I'm just helping
I can't
your.
be excited for old
I'm
girl.
just helping your insights, your excitement. I'm just helping it. I'm just letting
Well,
you know
look,
that
Bob
she ain't gonna.
Percy told him what the
Listen,
deal is,
Yeah,
Richard.
you're
I'm
gonna be
sorry.
excited
Yeah,
for
he
a
got the
long
scout
time,
report
buddy.
already. He ready
all I'm
for it.
saying, yeah, my bad, Craig Starkey. My bad. I forgot you got
Well,
that.
that was just the wrong person to say you was excited for. So I was like, yeah.
I saw the highlights. I'm excited.
Well, you're gonna be excited for a long time. She ain't gonna play until
And
till
I'll
she
be
Hey,
play.
that reminds me. I meant to say a while back, free Honshu. But also on the preseason,
She just jumped back to
so
the W.
it just reminded me, like they played in her face, and I was excited to see her because she said she had been working out with JJ, and I was like, yeah, she just
That's
needs
the wrong
like,
person to work out with, as you can see.
well, no, because like when she's on, that's a good person for her to like try and mimic. So
And
I
after
wanted
this
to see
season,
it. Well, not the body language. I'm talking about the skill set. I'm talking about like getting big and like shooting your shot and being aggressive. Like I wanted to see it. Free Honshu.
and that's on what?
Um, hey, did you check her? What's the Chinese MySpace? Go check her thing and translate and tell us what she's saying.
Who?
Jay, she was on there looking at her little social page
Chinese
right after she got
MySpace.
done on Waterpad.
What bad?
On what, Shawnee?
She said
Waterpad.
Chinese. She said Chinese MySpace.
Whatever it's called, she's on there venting and free Honshu. But preseason All Americans: Elizabeth Kitley, Cameron Brink, Paige Beckers, and Mackenzie Holmes.
Wait, because you know what's so
It's a
crazy?
lot of post players
It is
No,
a lot of
That
people.
Angel was the
White
diversity
women
vote.
too.
and a lot of
Diversity vote.
I think it's so crazy to me to have Paige up there, like a ACL injury or something major, and you really never know how a player is going to bounce back from that. Like that's kind of crazy.
It sounded like they know something we don't.
Yeah.
As far as setting these people up for the WNBA, draft.
They got the
Just
scout. They got
cough
the
cough.
script. They got the scripts.
Also, Rakia Jackson gonna come in and knock
I was
you
just about to say that,
off.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
That
not
shit was stupid as
somebody.
hell not to have her on there.
Kitley, somebody gonna get off that damn list.
What?
Rakia
Yeah.
and honestly,
Keely gonna have
Rakia and
something to say
Aaliyah
too.
Edwards. I thought Aaliyah Edwards
Yeah,
probably
Aaliyah
before I
Edwards.
put Paige on there, I'd probably put Aaliyah
Mm-hmm.
Edwards on there.
Before I put Paige and Kitley on there, I'm putting Rakia and Aaliyah on there. Because that's insane.
I'm putting Billy on mine because she got Utah to
Exactly.
play
Oh,
some
Oh,
yeah.
games
Yeah.
in
Mackenzie
Louisville.
Holmes for
No.
Talk
sure.
to him.
That's crazy.
Because I was trying to figure out, because I know I'm taking Kitley off. So
Yeah.
sorry, sister.
It was crazy.
Kitley is
think
an acquired taste. I don't. I
That's her
just.
name.
and the
Yeah.
quiet taste got it.
Like I don't hate Kitley, but man, that's just not my favorite style of play.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, I need a Mississippi State
She give me
Virginia
Queen
Tech
A
game or
vibes.
something.
I think her game is not going to translate into the W. Like it just give me Queen A vibes. Like it's only good for college.
I think she
I think
struggles
that
versus
she
athletic
can
bigs.
I think if she establishes, gets a role with her touch, I think she'll be okay. Just the fact that
Mm-mm,
she's shooting
mm-mm.
one-legged fadeaway, that's
She a soft.
Deladon-esque.
She don't move. She don't move quick enough. Like she don't play that good
Well,
enough.
to be fair,
Like
neither
she
does
don't
Craig,
Chloe
hit.
I'm so
Dom.
Are there
sorry.
any
You
post
compare
players that
no
really
no no. You
bang
compare
in the paint?
Kitley to
I
who?
didn't compare.
Hold
I
on,
just said
wait.
that. I said
She compare.
Deladon-esque.
She compare Kalia
Okay.
Deladon. That's crazy.
Are there really any post players in college left that kind of like get down there and bang?
Yes.
Angel be
Jessica
Don't
banging.
play with me,
Carter.
Brandon. Don't play
Jessica
with me.
Carter.
Angel be banging.
We're
Angel.
gonna
Don't play
see if
with me.
Ayoka got some bang back in her.
Don't play with me, Brandon. Cause
Ayoka
You don't
Lee.
think
big
Angel be
Big K
banging?
about to be banging.
Big who?
Wait,
Big
hold on.
K,
Time out. You don't think
Killer
Angel
K.
be banging?
Oh
Angel do bang. That's how she get all the
Oh,
awards.
I'm about to say
yeah.
that's her strength,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
banging.
I
She don't.
mean,
It's not
yes.
the
I mean,
finesse.
She do.
outside of Angel, like I honestly wasn't.
Jessica
Oh,
Not forgot about
Carter.
her, but like any others.
Aaliyah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Mackenzie Holmes.
Edwards. Uh,
And
um,
Camilla.
Jessica Carter.
Oh yeah.
I
Yep.
Oh,
forgot
I just said it
that
50
girl been
times.
playing since
Jessica bang.
Elena Cope in Asia.
and I think Barker too. Like the
Oh
little
yeah,
that I
for
was able to
sure.
see last year because of her injury, but when she was playing, she was in the paint, shit, banging with it. Angel.
Ayoka
Rakia
Lee's
will
coming
too.
back.
Oh, and she
Hey,
coming.
y'all want to hear my sleeper
She
And she
SEC
coming.
finesse.
Wait,
pick?
and Janaya coming out right when them teams, the expansion teams, get
Mm-hmm.
here. I'm
Y'all want to
excited.
hear my
Yeah.
sleeper pick for SEC this year?
Yeah, what?
My sleeper pick, my sleeper team.
Oh,
You about to
who?
say Vanderbilt?
I think I think Alabama gonna be something nice this year.
Who the hell they got?
They
Oh my
got something.
goodness.
Oh.
I mean,
I
Sheesh.
think Alabama.
Jackson.
Wait, what about Arkansas? Ain't old girl back from
Yes,
her
Well, they
retirement
say
yes,
or
they
she is
her?
pressing
back.
in it. They're
Sasha
supposed to be
is
playing
back,
some
and
defense.
my daughter Sailor is back. So beware.
You get hyped for Arkansas every year, Rashard, but okay.
Hold on,
I
wait.
get hyped for my child.
I
I
mean,
care about my
luckily they
kids,
got the Samir Spencer and the Army daughter,
and they
little
got
girl.
Sailor.
Yeah, whatever. Okay,
Sailor.
okay. She can sell her ass back to where she came from.
You know
Y'all
what?
want to know what's my sleeper pick for the SEC? I think
Who?
Ravens gonna be first all team.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I got Raven top 10 in the country in assists.
You
Oh,
know what's
for sure.
crazy? The
Sure.
fact that they got Tahina on the team and not Raven. I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
No shade to
You
Tahina though, of
you know how
course,
them people be.
but I don't like that.
Everybody is
It's
crazy
something
because
every year.
people really let that hand wave thing cloud their
Real
judgment
bad.
about Raven's play
Real bad.
because Raven actually made like 4 threes in that game.
Exactly.
Like she was actually keeping it close and like when things were going crazy, and they left Raven out there, Raven was knocking them down. So, but I think
They
people still
only
be thinking about that little hand wave shit.
But it also
somebody
shows
gave
you.
Pow Pow the nod just because Kelly Graves hugged him a little tight. That's it.
And
That's all it is.
then also it just goes to show you like who was really watching Raven before. You know, she came in South Carolina in that one game because we all know what Raven can do. And we're gonna see that this season because it's her first season 100% back healthy from that injury she had.
And we're going to show from the 6th spot. Because we
Mm.
had a scrimmage on Sunday against Rutgers. And
Yeah,
I
what
am
was that? Was it
excited.
29-0 at one point? I'm like, oh shit.
21.
Oh, okay. I was like, damn.
You sure it wasn't 29?
Yeah, I thought it
No,
was 29-0
I
at
thought it
I
one.
was 20.
thought it
They
was
went on a 20.
29 at one point.
Yeah, I thought it was 29-0.
I thought they went on a 21-0 run,
I
and then
think
they
it got to
scored two,
29.
and then went to 29-2.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Oh, Lord. Rutgers, I ain't see
Regardless,
Rutgers.
they put the pause on them.
Rutgers rebuilding. Is that what they? That's what type time they on?
Child.
They young.
Yeah, not
They
even.
Got a
okay.
little post player. I think she'll be pretty good within their conference.
And y'all heard what the coach said. They
Yeah,
got
still
shooters.
tough.
Yeah, she
Oh
said they
yeah.
still the same South Carolina child.
And they got shooters.
Hey, believe her or not, we still gonna do our thing from the six
I just don't
point.
think we have those as girthy of bodies that we've had. Outside of
Oh,
that, I mean,
Brandon,
yeah.
please. You gonna
But
see
they
it.
more athletic.
right? No. Yes, yes, they're definitely a more
Yeah.
athletic team. We
And
just don't have
Ashland,
that
she'll knock
that
the girl
thickness.
down real quick.
Carolina
I
ain't
just
really
know I
had
called.
girthy players last year
I
outside of
mean, you.
Aaliyah.
Aaliyah
Everybody
Bree?
and
was
Bree.
just,
Ashland
I
is
mean,
a
Bree was
girthy
just
player.
I
strong.
That's
called
girthy.
Sanaya Ja as my daughter. That's bonjour. That's mine. Okay.
Okay. But just I'm taking full custody of Blackwell, okay? So
You got
bye.
it. I'll take Ja. You got it. Go ahead.
Thank
Go
you.
off.
Mm-mm.
Edwards got to
Giving
drag her to
kids up.
hell.
Just giving
Don't
just
get me
giving
started on
kids up like that. You and Brandon.
I'm saying, like, y'all trading kids like Pokemon cards. That was
I'm not even
wild to
The
trading.
new
watch
I'm
wave.
just
happen
You
this
got to
I'm not
have a
now.
even
new
trading.
set.
I'm taking full
You
custody
got to
because
have a new set.
he
No,
wasn't being a good parent to the
I
child
didn't
anyway.
know that because I thought, like, my children just got older. They didn't get different. Like,
Well,
Right,
Nah,
my
he
kids,
been.
my
had a
kids
few
graduated.
kids.
Kirby.
Yeah, my kids
I forgot
graduated
one of them.
and they were first rounders as well. So
I had four, but I can't remember one
Michelle,
of them.
shut
See,
up.
I
You
can't
got
take
Not
babies.
anything
until
you say
18.
about your kids after the
yeah,
Ash.
my kids were first rounders. So
B is Brian
I know
McKnight.
your kid Camilla better act like she got some sense this season.
Oh
That's what I
no.
know.
Wait, that one layup and
Camilla
me, that
is
one
coming
layup and me
for
was
her
like, there go the old
things.
Camilla.
Yeah, Brandon knew I was coming. He knew I was coming to that chat. But
She's that fat.
Camilla is ready. It's her season.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay. Write it down in your notebook, your journal,
Grace in
your
mercy.
notes.
Hey, hold up, because
Bookmark
whoa,
it.
whoa, 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 whoa. I meant
Bookmark it.
okay, like
I'm
okay.
just
Yo,
saying.
I know. Why are you
I'm
getting
just
aggressive with
saying.
me?
Make the notes.
Craig and B and Lo, like they the ones whacking you. I ain't do nothing.
I ain't saying you. I'm saying everybody. Write it down.
Sean, you had a little
Stay
rough.
in Oklahoma.
Okay, what?
What'd you say?
Stay in Loxie.
Lotsy.
Don't
Dang, Lotsy ain't
don't.
got service out there.
You how to make it at home, and it tastes even better.
What is
So
that?
last part. Do you love Zuppa Toscana from Olive Garden? I can show you how to.
Olive Garden? What the hell is that?
Brandon, what you doing?
That's not me.
That's
That's
Hey,
Craig.
this
He
is going
pressed
on,
mute
bro.
so quick. he pressed mute so
That was
quick.
not me. It was, but it wasn't me. Okay.
Shawnee, please.
Those the Kardashians. Who is
Shawnee, get us
this?
back on track,
What
please.
you was
Oh,
watching?
don't
the
tell me what to do.
Oh my goodness, I
Colorado
can't.
people.
Stick in my
I'm going on
head.
you.
Just keep it on
I'm making
hush.
Zuppa Toscana soup. I'm trying to make it.
Okay.
I'm trying to.
I
Yeah.
don't know
Excuse
what you
me?
said, but it sounds fancy.
Zuppa Toscana is the Olive
Okay,
Garden
Olive
soup.
Garden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they
Send the
was gonna have
picture to the
list of
chat when
places
you're
to not
done.
go.
So back to
Sweet
the
nuggets.
W. It was some current events. There was some news. Some new coaches were introduced. Down in Phoenix, Coach Riblets had his introductory press conference.
What kind of riblet, Shawnee?
Dick Riblets
You have not called that man by his name once.
and won't.
It's the girl
Barbecue.
dad.
Not you say that man.
That girl dad post pissed me off so bad.
That girl dad. I'm like, what?
He said,
Fat,
"My mom
fat
is a
cafe
woman."
riblet.
Yo.
So Coach Giblets sat in that press conference and was like, "Yeah, I'm committed to learning what's going on around
Confused as
here.
fuck.
Man,
Looks pretty cool." So
you.
I'm gonna lean
Yo.
on the players. I'm
It's
like,
to
"What?"
the
DT
point.
is coaching that team,
Yo,
man.
it's to the point that Diana's clowning him. I'm gonna play some defense next year.
No, she said, and she promised. I was like, oh my god.
He gonna find out.
This is really where we take an all-star.
He got to have Bree Turner hold his hand and give him the tour. This is where they throw fish in Seattle. This is the Sparks Arena. This is the Sparks B Arena.
You gonna think Bree Turner BG like everybody in the airport allegedly do?
I hope he's not like a huge Twitter person. He gonna get on Twitter and complain about the CBA, and we gonna be like, he gonna complain about some shit and go find out it's in the CBA like the rest of them all the time.
And that's gonna be the thing. It's gonna be the same complaints the players have, but we are not allowing you to say it.
Man, you compare that press conference to the teaspoon one. Oh my goodness! I watched him
walk right by Cassie and then be like, "Who was that lady with the blazer?"
Right. Because that teaspoon press conference was electric.
I'm excited for Chicago.
Yeah, listen, you realize how hard it is? Chicago has probably, arguably one of the worst situations when it comes to a new coach coming in. With the contracts they have, the lack of picks they have. Yeah, I still came out of that press conference feeling, okay, they can make something shake because I believe in Teaspoon and like the message that she was bringing. And that's why it's so important to hire people that know what the hell they talking about, that have been around the W, that obviously have the coaching acumen. But like Teaspoon has turned this franchise, in my eyes, it's a completely different trajectory than it was before. Just off that press conference alone, I now have more belief because that on paper their future stinks because James Wade threw it all away before he left to Toronto. But that's why it's so important to get the hire right because I have zero faith in what Phoenix is doing. But Chicago has literally nothing right now. But they bring Paul back. You pair her up with Teaspoon, and now I got faith in you because of that press conference, because of the energy that she's bringing, because of the emphasis on defense that she's bringing. That's why it's so incredibly important to hire the right people in the W. And it couldn't feel like Phoenix missed the mark more with it.
Well, first of all, she came in that bitch talking about, you know what they call me, Teaspoon, because I like to stir shit up.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, come on, man. The energy was like,
y'all trying to compare apples to oranges. Y'all can't compare a black woman to a white man. The black woman is always
but that's the point. That's the point I'm making.
Yeah, that is the point.
That's the point I'm making here, is that the comparison in that.
And I can't wait to see what she do with a 100% healthy Chicago team.
Have they announced their GM?
Still,
they have not. No, they have
not. The
roster could be a little but
their GM, they're gonna have to get a really good GM to come in and shake some things up, convince other teams to really like, hey, we don't got much to give you, but here we are.
Come to you with bended knee.
No, but literally though, because they got nothing. They got a couple bad contracts. They ain't got no picks. Like the fact that they even convinced Teaspoon to come there is crazy to me.
Who could they give up for someone to consider trading a pick for? Like
Elizabeth Williams,
Rebecca Gardner.
I feel like
Marina.
Alana kind of played herself into, a big trade piece.
Wait, you said Mabry.
I would keep Alana.
No one is taking Mabry's contract.
Right. I like
that is not smart.
That contract is.
You better call up Coach Mercury right now.
Listen, it's not smart to give Alana away. That's one thing.
See, we got another spicy player to take DT's spot when she retires.
Yes.
And that's exactly what I was thinking. Because, who is the GM even? It's that white man.
The guy from the Warriors, another white guy from the NBA.
They don't know what's going on.
That's what they got to call up. They got to call up Phoenix right now. Don't let them get any intel from their team. Call them right now.
Hey man, it's gonna go quick. You might want to pull the trigger on this one. I'm telling you.
I mean, if they wanted to get some picks, I think Dana would be a good trade just because she's a proven point guard in the league, and I think a lot of teams kind of need one at this point.
But as soon as she's gonna want to use her.
Yeah, but we've seen that GM and coaches don't always align. So
who is Chicago's GM?
Nobody
haven't hired him yet.
So let her cook. Honestly, I
I
would
mean,
just
I
see
would
James
keep
Wade.
Dana, but just for trade pieces, I think a lot of teams
She's
could
definitely
use
the
a
best
point
trade.
guard like her.
Yeah, she's definitely the best trade piece that they have.
I almost said Gabrielle Union.
That up.
I think I mean hell, if they get Penny Toller to come to Chicago,
Justice for my dog.
Big
listen.
Penny.
If Penny go to Chicago, I mean it probably won't happen, but still, the Sky gonna win another ring within the next 3 years.
Whoa.
Also, Alana is a free agent, so can't trade her.
Oh well.
Gosh, she gonna come to Vegas, ain't she?
What about Beers? Beers.
What?
Birch? Are you talking about Morgan?
What's your favorite word, B?
Big. That is funny.
Like, is she under
She's
contract?
reserved. She's reserved, so she can only communicate with Chicago unless they release her.
Well,
Yeah, Mabry's contract is kind of wild. I don't think any team will take that.
Yeah, they're gonna just have to.
I feel like teams need to do really good with culture pieces, and I feel like you need somebody that matches the culture of the city. And I like Spoon for that too.
Agreed.
That's so fit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even with Ka,
One of.
with
Yeah,
Ka,
that relationship feels huge. Like you want to think about what can take Ka to the next level as a player. Having that type of relationship with the coach is something that can do that.
No, having a better attitude probably,
Well,
but that too.
Well, okay. Well, but yeah, no, I love the hire. I feel like they, like I said, especially with their situation, I can't think that they could have done much better. We'll have to see it on the court and everything, but she's acing it so far.
In other W news, I need everyone to update their Pokédex. It's a Pokemon themed show.
Mm-hmm.
Shay Flores became the first non-binary transgender official in professional sports. Pronouns are they. So when we drag them, because they didn't come out as a better ref. So Rod,
Johnny, what?
sorry. No, I'm just telling Rod, so when he gives us the ref report, just make sure you make that note. Because I still feel like I need officials, like, that needs to be, like, on the top of Kathy's list, because it was just egregious this year.
It was bad.
All the way around. And every team said it. Everybody said it. Like, there were so many fines. It just was bad.
I feel like refs should have to pull up at the presser and answer questions or something. I don't know. Like, they need to be held accountable for some of the stupid shit that they do.
Yes. Like, and I get, like, people are going to complain, blah, blah, blah. But, like, for everyone to be like, I'll just take the fine. That should be something that is, discussed. Everyone shouldn't be this upset all the time,
it's league wide. It's league wide. Like, literally, I think every team had a moment this season where they came out talking about the refs, and like I can't remember really any of them. Well, that's a lie. Most of them were valid. Like they had their reasons. Like that.
No, I feel like every team had a moment where you was like, yeah,
right.
I'd be mad if this was my team too.
Mm-hmm.
So, and we shall see. So, if our hearts and minds are clear.
Want to say, sorry, I'm typing at the same time. Sorry, give me one moment. Extend heartfelt condolences to Tasha Butt's family.
Yes.
All her family, friends, and loved ones. So sad.
Yeah. And then on that note, we're gonna be on hiatus for the next 2 weeks.
Well, less than that.
Next game is 13 days away.
We.
So just next week? Is it just next week that we not? Damn, college season already here. Holy.
Yeah, 13 days away. First game.
W season was so long.
Yeah. Damn.
That's true. All right. Well, we'll be off next week. We'll be around. We'll have boots on the ground when the college season starts.
And it won't be too crowded because everybody don't got the energy to cover the college basketball.
Where Tyler's with the boots pull up to next?
Hey, that's good. Hey, they're gonna be on the grounds in different places this season. I'm excited. We gonna be everywhere. We're gonna try to be at least.
Spot the Bob, and you might want to prize.
Yeah, the Bob will be packed. The Bob will be in the air.
The Bob will be traveling from Lotzie to a stadium near
Norman.
Okay. Why'd you have to say Norman like that? Norman. Hey, listen, like on a serious note though, we're really excited for the college season. We got some stuff cooking up that we're all really excited about. But thank y'all for rocking with us for the whole W season. Like this has been an incredible season, both for the W and for us as the committee. So lock in for the college season because we ain't going anywhere. We're leveling up.
And get your merch ready for the college season too.
Mm-hmm.
It's our third college season. Look at God. All right, y'all. Have a good night, and we'll talk to you later.